And howdy, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Giga Gamer Dad. With me tonight is BPDCPTSD, aka my panda. How are you tonight?
Peachy.
I know it's been, God,
A
three,
hot month.
4 weeks. It's been a while. Um, it's just been one hell of a month. I mean, we had that snowstorm. That was 3 feet of snow at least up here, 3 or 4 feet. Um, and it just rolled downhill from there.
It just kept going. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that we can finally start getting back on track. We just had bids out for my job, so I'm hoping to go back to the overnight. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, geez.
Uh huh.
Shows how much I know what's going on.
And
I didn't
that's
even know
not
you were
even.
back on days.
I mean, I've been at evenings really, like 3 to like 11 ish. Yeah, it's not the
Well,
best.
that makes a lot more sense why I'm not getting my, early morning memes. I'm like, he's home.
Yeah, I mean, it's just by the time I get home and by the time like the weekend starts, I just don't want to do anything. And it felt like I'm burning the candle on both ends because by the time I get home from work, I want to relax and do my own thing because I need the unwind time, you know?
Oh, yeah.
How about you?
Well, so in the last month-ish, so last few weeks, I've been doing my management training.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
um, this Saturday is the end of our pay period. So
Mm-hmm.
Sunday I am on the payroll as assistant manager.
Hell yeah, baby. Gonna get that big
And
girl money.
and I got a new apartment. So in June I will be moving out of here and into new apartment. And then my daughter will be back in Washington to see, to hang out with family and all that
Mm-hmm.
fun stuff from June 1st till July 30th. I'm
What
gonna
are you
be a
gonna do with
month.
yourself?
I had 2 whole months without my child, and I'm like, it's it's weird because it's like normal because
Mm-hmm.
all the vacations she's going on is stuff that she would have done when we were living in Washington, which is
Oh,
fine.
for sure.
It's great, but like she was within driving proximity to me. And so typically I wouldn't see her for like the first 3 weeks of summer, and then she'd be gone for like three more scattered weeks throughout July and August.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 2 whole months. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. It's just weird. I don't like it. I'm like, oh, like I'll move when she's gone. So it's like, okay, cool. Like
Yeah, and so she'll
I
come
won't
back
be
and it'll be our
totally
new house.
bothered. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to be all by
Do you do you have
myself.
somebody that's gonna help you move?
I'm trying to figure that out,
Huh.
but I think I'm just gonna hire movers because
Probably for the
I mean,
best.
like dressers and shelves and stuff. Like I can break them down easily. Like I keep all the manuals for stuff. The beds, I can carry all that by myself. This bad boy, absolutely not. And then I have like another couple bookshelves that are just stupid heavy. So I'm like, I'm just gonna hire movers because I the like
It'll just it'll just be for the best.
yeah, and it's like $150. It's not a big deal,
Hmm.
but it's still just like. And I was like, you know what? Can I go ahead and do the 18-month lease so I can like just stay? Because I don't want to move again. But I'll be like 15 to 20 minutes away from work as opposed to 40, 45.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of vacation, my wife is she's going on vacation. They're going to Portugal for a week, and
mm,
I don't care to go. She's going with her like best friend, and I have a week off of vacation around at the same time because somebody has to take care of the kids, which is great. Now, I granted I absolutely love my wife, but I also see this as a vacation for myself because I am gonna have help with my in-laws and stuff. They're gonna like take
Mm-hmm.
one kid each day or maybe both of them to give me a break, and I'll have the whole house to myself. And you know it just released here on the 7th, which we'll probably talk about because I don't think there has been an episode where I don't mention this game. Um, Starfield has had its next DLC release and its latest update released on April 7th, and that's absolutely all I want to play. All I want to play. I have almost 10 hours into the game and I'm level 2, which is because I modded the shit out of it.
Yeah, but
I mean, if I was playing regularly at 10 hours in, I'd be like level 30.
hmm, fair.
So, I mean, I'm playing it because I want it as a job. You know, like that's really it. Like I'm playing it as I would within the universe.
Fair.
But before we begin, let's start off with this is the Giga Geeks. This is episode 52. PlayStation is raising console prices yet again, and of course Starfield. Because continuing on with Starfield, it let's see if I can do this. It just released its latest update, and the latest update offers a lot of like travel and cool stuff to it, and it's just I of course it's my TISM game, you know.
Never.
Never. Yeah, you're right. And there's a lot going on. You can't I can't express how excited I am for it because what you're seeing here is that they're going to bring in new space suits to the base game. They're going to add more locations. They're going to allow you to travel between or they're letting you travel between the systems or the
Mm-hmm.
planets, which is something that's really cool and unique to Starfield. I'll get on to my other TISM game here in a few minutes. But
They're so pretty.
just a lot of new content, and that's really what I'm excited to dive into.
I love that for you.
Would you say you're happy for me?
I love that for you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. My wife said the same thing. And she, I'm just excited to dive into it again. And I I tell you that I feel at home when I play this game. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
weird. I don't know how to explain it. Speaking of diagnoses, the other reason why we haven't been on for quite a bit is because I am currently being assessed for autism. Tomorrow is my last assessment. So hopefully by next week, I'll be able to tell you guys whether it's yes or no instead of joking about it and have an actual diagnosis for you guys. Everybody I talk to is like, yeah, there's no way you're not,
There's
but
something.
there's something there, which is great because
And it's
you know.
just, it's interesting for me, like understanding mental health and stuff and like diving into getting a psychology degree. It's like, for me, getting like a late diagnosis as a female
Mhm.
in my 20s and like constantly like reflecting back, I'm like, oh my gosh, my life would have been so much easier if we had known. But like with how things have turned out lately for our generation, with doctors being more receptive to self-diagnoses
Hmm.
about like neurotypical things, because like it's been hard for people to get assessments done. And people are thinking like feeling like it's more valid than not, but it's like especially with how involved I am with like talking to people on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I've had so many parents telling me that they're getting their daughters mostly because it's hard to diagnose a woman
I was
or
gonna say
a child, a
that's what I
female child.
gathered when I looked into like research about diagnosis. I guess females don't get diagnosed as much because it's more hidden or just not.
Because there's little things about it that like, oh, she's just cute and quirky. This is not cute and quirky. I mean, Greg makes fun of me all the time. I get stuck somewhere and I'm like this, and he goes, rawr. I'm like, don't make fun of me.
I
He's like,
I
but
don't
you look
have
so cute.
I definitely don't have that issue. My issue is once I lock in on a thought, it is there until I do something about it.
It is brain consuming. It's almost
It
life consuming.
it's really hard to explain because I'm sure that my wife doesn't quite understand. And that's what I've been like telling the doc is when something's finally in my head, like I've been playing my ally almost nonstop for the last few weeks, and I've been playing this game. I'll put a trailer up on the thing. It is called Elite Dangerous, and for those of you that don't know, this game is like an autistic kid's wet dream. It is a space sim, and you go between a galaxy that is to scale, trading, fighting aliens, fighting each other. Like it's massively open world, and I have literally been playing this nonstop on my handheld. And the other thing is that they released an update a while back that allowed you to build persistent space stations and
Ooh,
settlements within the universe. I
okay.
have spent 3 weeks. I built one asteroid space station in 2 days. I was like, oh, that was easy. Let's try a tier three. And a tier three took me a week and a half of constant grinding,
Just
of
grinding.
buying materials, taking it in, and building the space station. It's finally done, and finally, like, what people don't understand is that's all I could focus on. When I was at work, I was thinking about grinding for the space station. When I was at home interacting with the kids, I was thinking about I could be grinding for the space station right now. And it's hard to like explain that I don't have control over
The
that
fixation.
thought.
It's
Yeah.
and it's hard to shift too, and people
Hmm.
don't realize that. Cause like in my head right now with doing my management training, it's the same thing where it's like, oh, you're doing these 5 weeks and then you have to do this, this, and that. And so then they're like, oh, by the way, you also need to take these classes. And I'm like, I I know I have to do it, but I'm like, I'm only focused on MTC. Once I'm done with MTC, I will get the other stuff done. And so my manager's like, oh, when do you want me to sign you up for that? I'm like, if I have the power to do it by myself, I'll do it by myself. She's like, oh, yeah, you can do it whenever. And I'm like, because my brain can't shift that way. Because it's like the management training and then ambassador training and then technical skills. Three vastly different things. I can't do it. It's like,
Yeah.
and I tell myself, like, oh, I'll sit down one day and do. No, I
Well,
won't.
And I completely understand that. Like I have in the back of my head, oh, I'm gonna get all these things done. Like when the when the week of vacation comes, my goal is to pump out content, to be honest with you. Like I have a headset I've been trying to review. I have actually two headsets I've been trying to review. I have two controllers I want to do a review for. I have SimCity playthroughs I've been lacking on because I held it strong for weekly for like 20 weeks. Or not
Couple
20.
months,
Yeah.
yeah, 3, 4 months.
So it's just one of those things like I have these plans, but as soon as I get to do them, sometimes
Your your brain can't.
absolutely no
Well, you're
motivation, and I dive back into playing something like Starfield.
and that's I feel like that's why getting a diagnosis can be so validating because your brain is constantly doing all these things and then your body's like, but no, we're not going to do that.
Hmm.
But then in the back of your mind, a little bit deeper, you're like, okay, this is still okay.
Yeah. Like
This is still my level of normal.
I have Lego sets and stuff I want to build. I have a bunch of them. I got the new BB-8. Obviously, I have a ton back here. And I have slowly tried bringing myself to telling myself I have to collect series. My wife makes fun of me because she's like, "You have collections within your collection," and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I do." Because I have like the droid series, I have the helmet series, I have the diorama series, like, and especially like having all the Mandalorian sets, like they're just releasing them. They're just keep releasing them, and I'm like, I have to have these. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm on the spectrum, but I want an official diagnosis. I want to
It's
be
validating.
able to say,
It
oh, thank
makes
God.
your brain feel better.
Well, my
It
wife was
almost
like,
makes you feel like when you don't have a diagnosis of something,
mm-hmm,
that you're like, something's just wrong with me. But the second that you get your diagnosis, it's like, okay, that's what's right. Because that's just how I'm wired.
yeah. And my wife was like, oh, what are you going to do if they tell you you're not? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm probably just going to break the fuck down. Like,
We're just
just,
not gonna exist anymore.
yeah, maybe I'm just going to rot in bed all day and suffer through my depression like a real person.
Like a real person.
I
Oh my
it's just
gosh.
being an adult sometimes is like one of the toughest things in the world. So, my wife and I went tonight to Mary's graduate or kindergarten information thing at the elementary school. And we were looking around at the other adults and we're like, they're definitely adultier than us. Like, you know, like I don't realize how old I must look sometimes, or I don't feel as old. Like I turned 35 on the 22nd. Like I am definitely old. And I'm looking around at these other parents
I
and I'm
didn't
like,
even know you were that much older than me.
I
Maybe I
was
just
like,
forget. I don't know. Everyone's 33.
yeah. But it's just like one of those things. Like we're looking around and we're like, oh, they're definitely adultier than us because they're all wearing like button up shirts and shit. And I'm sitting there in my all black and my Akatar hoodie. Like, I just,
There's
I,
there's times when I'm walking around like the mall with my daughter and I'm wearing what I would just normally wear for comfort. My
mm-hmm.
comfort clothing is skinny jeans and a freaking band tee or like an anime related t-shirt.
Oh, I'm with you because I wear ghost shirts. I wear like pop culture shirts. Like this is my
But it's
second.
like,
This is now my favorite hoodie next to my Barbie hoodie. Like I have my
but like, and that's the
preferences.
thing is I'm like, okay, I try to break out of that as much as I can and I can't.
You just
And
can't.
so I'm
You
like,
can't.
I had a kid in my chair that had asked me that. He's like, "Oh, like I usually wear this and that," and I'm like, I'm over here like in my band tees and my anime t-shirts and my skinny jeans. He's like, "You must be a millennial."
What the fuck does
What
that
is that
mean?
supposed to mean? He's like, I
Jesus.
don't even. And then he's telling me like his mom doesn't own a single graphic T-shirt, and his dad strictly wears grunt style T-shirts. I think that's like a
Grunt
different
style.
level.
Oh, it makes me laugh. The guys that wear grunt style stuff and they were never in the military.
Oh, it drives my dad insane. And I think it depends on the shirt,
Like,
but
I
like,
definitely have a few upstairs that I maybe pull out once in a blue moon. But other than that, like, I don't have the physique for it. I'm a fat, chubby guy.
it's crazy looking at my old grunt style T-shirts because I was getting those in extra smalls.
Hmm.
I am now a large.
Oh,
But I've
man.
grown in certain areas that I didn't have like 10 years ago. So I'm like, okay,
I
this is my
just,
life now.
uh, this is why I like to stay in my man cave because I don't want to associate with anybody usually.
Well, it's like for me, like actually like working with the public, I see the public walking by all the time. Yeah. It's There's a Sedona tap house right next to my salon.
Hmm.
The
Is that like
people
a
that
bar,
come in
right?
there, yeah, it's like pretty bougie for the area.
Oh,
Button-ups, jackets,
ugh.
slacks, the like leather shoes. Yeah.
You know they're
All day long.
absolutely trying to impress somebody. Because
Yeah. But like
here's the
when
thing.
I look at the job market here though, everything's very business, very IT.
Hmm.
So
I
it's like,
just
okay, like it checks out, but at the same time I'm like, I'm gonna be wearing if I was stuck in that kind of job, I'm still wearing a band tee. Fight me.
oh, absolutely. If I was in IT, I would be the nerdiest fuck there is. I'd have Lego sets on my in my cubicle. Like, oh, I think people fail to realize like my wife loves to dress up, but that's because she's a girly girl. Like she wants to look good. That's her.
I love how dressed up she gets, and I envy that
Yeah,
part of her. Because I'm
she
like, I want
is.
to be that, and
My wife is
I love it
absolutely
for her.
stunning, and whenever she does like dress up, like I just this is the part of the tism I hate about myself is I don't know how to react sometimes in those situations. Like I'm gonna say something stupid or I'm not gonna respond in the way that she deserves, and I can't. I don't know. The wires don't connect.
They just don't connect sometimes.
But yeah, and she loves doing that, and I'm very proud that I have a wife that does that. But as for me, I'm married. In the back of my head, it is one of those things where I'm going outside in jeans I wore for the last week at work and maybe a fresh T-shirt, and I don't really care how I look
Maybe.
because I'm coming home to my wife. Like I'm not going out to try and impress somebody. My wife just wants to look good. It's not that she's trying to impress anybody. And she's
She
professional.
always looks
Like
good.
she works at a college. She's a professor. Like I don't I married one of the smartest women on the planet, I think. Don't tell her I said that because it will go to her head. Um,
Oh, I'm telling.
but I'm just saying, like, I am very, very happy that she gets to do that. I just don't have the ambition personally.
I I always make the joke that I'm a 12-year-old boy, and it's like even the way that I dress, but like my stepmom had sent me something like super fancy looking. She's like, "Oh, you can get this for date night." It made me think of you. I'm like, I'm glad that like I still hold an aesthetic in your brain that you think that. like, don't get me wrong, the dress was like all lacy and black and like really
Hmm.
poofy. And I'm like, deep down, I want to be that girl, but that dog in me was raised with 5 older brothers. Like, I'm not here, like, I can't dress the way your wife does, and I love it about her for you. It's great. I just got that dog in me.
I my wife gets me though, because my birthday, like my wonderful mother-in-law bought me a controller that I'm trying to do a review for. So stay tuned for that, guys. But my wife bought me a hoodie from Akatar, and it is literally the Cassian hoodie. Like it has the siphons on the wrists. Like you, like I don't know. Like there's a siphon on the wrist. I found one here in the collar. On the very back, it says it has the or the letters for "put your hands on the headboard" underneath the hood. And and it has this massive like Lord of Bloodshed graphic on the back in raised letters. And it is absolutely my favorite hoodie. And it's hilarious because I've seen people out in public and they're like, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, "My wife got it for me." They're like, "Do you even know what it is?" I'm like, "Yes, I read Akatar."
Yes, I know what it is.
Yeah. And
Oh, I
it is
know.
girls make me laugh all the time because they're like, "Oh my god, you really read that?" Like you don't, because the first thing they see
I
is
know.
is a blue collar guy who has read fairy smut. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like,
Like, what do
it's
you
something my
mean?
wife enjoys, and I wanted to enjoy it with her. And Cassian is the one I felt attached to, and my wife knows that. She's like, "I'm getting him a hoodie," and I haven't taken off since. I've worn this every day since my birthday, unless I had to work.
That
Oh, I
was
washed
forever
it
ago
today so I
now.
could keep wearing it.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of birthdays, so I was up in Fredericksburg and excuse me, and I went to this antique store, stacks of
Hmm.
Playboy magazines, just stacks. And I sent a Snapchat to Weston and he's like, "I'm still looking for the one for my birth, like my birth month and year." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "May 1991." In case I'm like, "I know when your freaking birthday is." Okay.
I mean,
I
if you
was
find a
telling
March one,
Greg,
that would be great.
I will keep an eye out. I'll
Yeah,
just start.
buddy.
That's what everyone's gonna get for their birthday
Well,
once
I
I
have,
find theirs.
speaking of Playboys, I have like the recreation print of Marilyn Monroe's on my shelf still wrapped.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I bought two of them when I bought them. One to look at, one to
Just
keep in
delete.
its plastic.
Well, it was so funny to me because I was telling Greg about it, and he's like, "You know everyone's birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Tism.
He's like, "I can barely remember yours." I'm like, "I know." Like,
I
it's
I
fine.
I definitely have that issue. I'm not good with numbers, but reading and comprehension is my jam.
See, like, and I attach it to certain things.
Hmm.
So, good old Josh, him and my dog Gunner have the same birthday.
It's
And
funny.
then 2 days later is one of my friends, and then 2 days after that is Josh's brother Joey's. And
Wait.
okay,
Is Josh Myers? Is it his the 30th?
no,
No, the 23rd.
there's
Or is it the 21st?
27th.
Oh,
No, that's Joey's. His is, oh my gosh,
I think it's the 23rd.
24. His is the 24th.
Okay. The reason why I know that is because
Yours is
Josh
the
and I were
22nd.
roommates and we both shared
I bet
like
that was a party.
we went out for our birthday.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Because, yeah, so yours was the 22nd, his is the 24th, Joey's is the 27th.
I could just see the faces of everybody that's listening right now. Like, who the fuck are these guys? Who are they talking about? They're just our friends. Mine from the military and Panda's from
Just mine.
another
I went to high school
life.
with Josh.
Did you really?
Hmm.
Oh, you poor girl.
I know.
I still think he's
I
closeted.
I
He
knew
just
him
needs to
before
come
he
out.
was tainted by the military.
I still think he needs to come out. Like, come on, guy. All the pictures I see, definitely. Definitely.
You know, I'm glad out of all of you guys, his is the only butthole that I've seen. Please don't change that. Out of every single one of you,
And I bet you it is the cleanest one, too, because, like I said,
Nair is
he's
his buddy.
closeted. Oh, yes, you don't have to tell me. There used to be Nair in our shower in the barracks. It was really
Oh, I'm
awkward.
sure.
Especially when sergeants and corporals would come in to inspect. They'd be like, "Whose is that?" I'm like, "Myers," and they'd be like, "Makes sense."
Well, like I remember his nickname was Metro Meyer, so
Yep, yep. That was his call sign. Was Metro.
actually, I had to come to terms with this, and I forgot to tell you earlier. So if we actually decide to have like a wedding party, you have to be on my side now. Thanks.
What?
You
Moi?
can't. Yeah, I don't have anyone else. I was like, I got you, Nicole, and Victoria.
I'm gonna be one of the girls.
Maybe one of the girls.
That's
And
awesome.
if you want to wear a dress, you do
Wouldn't
you,
that be
boo.
funny?
I mean, Josh would have been on my side, and he definitely would have worn a dress. So there's. But yes, so you have to be on my side because we need to balance it out a little bit.
I'm all for it, and Jordan loves a good party. So you just
Party
got to
man.
give us time. Unlike my other friend, we won't name any. Actually, I'm just gonna name his name, Jeremy. I love you, Jeremy, if you're watching this. But we need more than a few months notice. So please, for the love of God, get some save the dates out. Because I already booked my vacation for the year. Like we plan our vacation in December for events happening within the next year. Well, let's
We love
actually
you guys.
yeah, we love all my buddies. But let's continue on with the actual topic of the show. We already
Yes.
talked about Starfield and how much my tism gravitates to it, and I'm gonna be playing it for the next month. But PlayStation is raising console prices again, and I have a article from good old Forbes. This is by Connor Murray. Sony raises PlayStation prices by $100, a second price hike in a year. Yikes, I didn't even know it was a second one in a year. I thought it was longer than that. Top line, Sony announced another round of price hikes for its PlayStation consoles, raising the price of each edition by at least $100 because of continued pressures in the global economic landscape, marking Sony's second price increase since August. Oh, are these just key facts? Okay, key facts. Sony's recommended retail price for the PlayStation Standard PS5 will raise to $649 on April 2nd. The company announced Friday a $100 increase, while the price of the PS5 Digital Edition will jump $100 to $599.9. The more expensive PS5 Pro will jump $150, rising to $899.99 from its previous price of $749.99. Before we continue, I think I looked this up on Amazon. I think they are still selling the PS5 Pro for $749. And I had a buddy that was I'm actually going to snap a picture of this because we are discussing it, and my idiot friends at work are like, "No, Sony didn't raise the price that high." Yeah, bullshit, guy. I
Yeah,
read
they
about
did.
this. This video game news and video games themselves is my tism.
No.
But like $899 in that grand scheme of things, why not buy something like this that plays multiple storefronts, and you have more access to more games for $1,000.
Crazy.
Hold that thought, because the last half of this, after we discuss this article, we'll be discussing like the future. Let's
And I'm also going to piggyback on you from after we're done with this.
Okay. And we're back. The company cited continued pressures in the global economic landscape and said that the price hikes are a necessary step to ensure we can continue delivering innovative, high-quality gaming experiences. Sony previously hiked each PlayStation model by $50 in August in response to President Donald Trump's tariffs, meaning each edition is now $150 to $200 more expensive than before the back-to-back price increases. Joost van Drunen, a New York University Stern School of Business professor who teaches about the business of video games, told Forbes, the price hike signals the economics of console hardware have fundamentally shifted, citing surging costs of memory chips amid higher demand from AI data centers. That sounds like a class I would actually love. Sony, like every other firm,
Go back to school.
yeah, exactly, right? Sony, like every other firm that caters to the U.S. market, is passing the cost increase downstream. And at $650 for a standard PS5, they're testing how much the market will bear. Van Drunen, who is also CEO of gaming consulting firm Aldora, told Forbes. Okay, so there is a lot more to this article, and we will get to it in a second. This is the key point I was going to bring up is it's testing. Where was it? Where did it say it? We're testing how much the market can bear. Something came out recently that was saying that a lot of people are still playing previous generations of consoles. Like the Xbox One still has a huge player base, and so does the PS4. And the reason why is because people can't afford to justify the cost to get the next gen. I mean, case in point, you didn't upgrade for a while, correct?
God, I have had mine now for almost a year because I happened to find one on Facebook that was like a decent enough price with how much I think I added it up. I think it was like close to $1,200 worth of stuff. That was a ton of games, like 4 controllers,
Oh,
and then the
Jesus. And
console
controllers are
itself.
like $70 a pop.
And there's one that I have that's a Warhammer one. Yeah.
Do you have can I see it? Do you want it? Is it in good
Do you
condition?
want it? It's in good condition. I'll send
Yeah, I
it
want
to
to
you.
see. I want to
I'm like, it's literally sitting in a box.
it would go up on the shelf next to my a limited
But at least
edition
it's
Darth
not in a
Vader controller.
box. But it's like, and I paid like $400. And
That's
it was
not
legit
bad at
because,
all.
and it was legit because the girlfriend was like, oh, he already has like 2 of these Xboxes, and then he's got the Xbox, like he's a console collector. And she was like, I accidentally got him this, and then he had already had it on top of, already having the PS4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, this one just kind of sits around. I was like, okay, shoot.
I'm not gonna say no to a good deal.
I'm not gonna say
Jesus.
no. But yeah, and
Yeah.
that was the thing was I'm like, plus I was trying to save money for my move. I'm like, I was comfortable enough paying that, not like what, $700, $600.
Mm-hmm. And that's
I'm like,
the
yeah, it's
thing.
like
Like
$200. That's still $200 for me.
it's a lot
Like
for people to
planning a move across the
justify.
country.
I have the Galaxy Edition Xbox, the 2 terabyte that released mid-generation. Like I sent my old one to my uncle to give to my cousin because I was like, I'm not gonna use it. It's a second one. Like, yeah, I could have found a use for it around the house, but I would rather give it to somebody that could potentially use it.
Yeah.
And so I got the 2 terabyte one, and when it released, I think it was close to like $800. My wife, not knowing a lot about gaming, was like, "Oh, that's not a bad price," and I'm like, because like I have an $1,000 handheld. Like I can't be the one guy that is also like, does my firm budget allow me to do this? How much is Klarna gonna let me spend? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But
and that's the thing. Like, people can't justify upgrading for some of these consoles right now, especially now that the PS5 Pro, the one that you would want to have to play in the best possible fidelity, is nearly $1,000, and there are much better options on the market for that price.
yeah, it's a bummer.
Hmm.
Because even for me, like with the, I forget what it's called, the Steam one.
The Steam Deck,
Yeah,
Steam Machine.
the Steam machine. Yeah,
Okay,
that would be the one I'm going to invest into because I just have my 2 games that I want to play.
which is listen, that's absolutely fine. I want to invest in it because
'Cause
I
it's
like Steam and I like tech. Like, I'm a technophile. Another TISM trait. I want to be able to eliminate everything on my desk and have a decent, like, Jesus, a PC up here, eliminate my laptop, maybe set up my laptop for more game recording and such. Like, put it in a station next to like my Xbox and like record gameplay instead of having it sit here on my desk, and like give me a lot more space on my desk to utilize. Like, there are other things I want to do. And no, I can't hear you. We can read the lips. But that's the thing. Like, this is my niche. Like, this is what I choose to spend my money on. But not a lot of other people have that luxury. And PlayStation raising the prices aren't reading the room. If they want these people to
no,
upgrade and stay within their ecosystem, they're going the wrong way with their prices.
and it's
Which is
I
why the
can see
Steam Deck
both
has
sides of it though
remained
because it's
so
like yeah,
cheap.
then
The
but then
Steam
yeah,
Deck
you see
is,
the other side of it
yeah,
with like the data, the AI ordeal that's going on.
that's mentioned in the rest of this article we'll get to.
Yeah, it's just
It is
we're in the
alarming to know.
roaring 20s again, let me tell
Hmm.
you.
It is alarming to know that our hobbies just keep getting more expensive. It really is.
I
Let
actually
let
had a conversation about that with a gentleman because he's like, a lot of people would say that I'm pretty boring because like I don't go out, I don't do much. He's like, but he's like, any hobbies that are out there are expensive. I'm like, you're not boring. You're simple. Simple is fine. There's nothing wrong with simple.
mhm.
But I agree. Hobbies are expensive no matter what you do.
I know.
Like, I'll even dive into like with my ex-husband. My stepmom thought that I was the financial problem because of all of my Starbucks that I would get. And I'm like, no, I use my cash tips to get my Starbucks. Okay. This
Hmm.
isn't coming out of the card.
Y-
$15,000 in one
Oof,
year spent
Jesus.
on hunting and fishing gear.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
My
mean,
stepmom was livid and she apologized to me profusely.
I can't. I don't.
And like, I get
I,
it,
I
but like, it's expensive.
I don't want to think about what I spend, because here's the thing. I get
No.
$250 every paycheck for myself. Because my wife and I, we have play money that comes out of our own paychecks that goes into our separate accounts to allow us to buy the things that we want.
Yeah.
And mine is usually spent before I get it. because I plan ahead.
We want stuff. Well, yeah, I'm planning ahead. It's
Yeah,
not a bad thing.
I mean, to like provide an example, Starfield released in-game action figures that you can collect, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. It'd be so cool if they had real ones.
Don't even say anything. Oh,
They're
jeez.
releasing three. You have the Terramorph, which is the alien in Starfield. They have two other figurines. One is Sarah Morgan, which is one of the main characters, and another is just a US or UC Marine. And they're priced about $20 to $40. Like the Terramorph is $44, and the other two figures are like $20 a piece. They look exactly like their game models. And I'll tell you what, as soon as I saw that they were up for pre-order, I'm like, Friday can't come fast enough. You see
Which
what I mean?
reminds me, did you ever get your mug?
Oh, my
Your
Deep Rock Galactic
your
one?
yeah.
Not yet. It is still like Kickstarter and doing its thing.
Oh man.
But it's just one of those things. Like my play money is pretty much spent. The rest of the $250 I have is going towards paying off things on a firm, because that's how I
That's
that's
just what we do.
that's how I got this. Like, yes, I paid for this before my review and stuff, but it's just I'm still paying for it. I'm over halfway done. But it's just the way things go. Like
It
that's
just
how I
works.
afford the bigger portions of my hobbies.
But even then, like not everyone can do that either,
No.
which
No,
is
they
which is
can't.
hard. It sucks.
Let's
Yeah,
continue on.
price hikes aren't helping.
No. Let's continue on with this. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time. Though Sony did not specify a reason beyond pressures in the global economic landscape, the cost of RAM or memory chips crucial to video game hardware has surged amid a shortage fueled by demand from AI centers. Polygon, a gaming outlet, reported companies that manufacture memory chips have make more money selling them to AI companies rather than selling them to companies for use in consumer goods. The shortage has threatened to raise prices of video game hardware, phones, laptops, and other electronics. In earnings call last month, investors questioned Sony about whether a RAM shortage would force the company to hike console prices, though company executives did not commit either way. Admitting the shortage would have a certain impact on sales of new PS hardware, without answering whether it would impact the launch of the PlayStation 5 successor. A release date for the next PlayStation console has not been announced, but Bloomberg reported in February that the growing memory crisis might force Sony to postpone a release to 2028 or 2029. Stepping
Jeez.
stepping away from this for a second, it has been said and predicted that Xbox is that's part of the reason why the dev kits for the next console is going out next year in 2027, because the consoles probably won't be able to release until 2028, 2029. So that's kind of on track. I would imagine that they would try to keep either try and push their console out sooner to try and beat Xbox to the market. But with Xbox doing what they're doing with their OS, who's going to have the better deal? Like, who's going to have the better package? Because if I'm going to, I'm, I'm taking a total guess here that this next PlayStation is going to be around $800 to $900, maybe even $1,000, and the next Xbox is probably going to be $1,200. But the $1,200 package allows me to play games on every storefront that is available on PC versus the one storefront on PlayStation. I think I know what I would go with. I mean, we all know what I'm going to go with, but
But
but you see what I'm saying, and that's not looking good.
yeah.
If you're going to force people to buy into one ecosystem at $1,000, let's continue. Why did Sony raise prices last year? The Sony hiked the prices of each PlayStation model in August after Trump announced his sweeping global tariffs, which put pressure on video game supply chains as most products are manufactured in China and Vietnam. Van Drunen told Forbes last year the price hikes were likely implemented because tariffs and inflation were forcing hardware makers to adjust. During an earnings call in May, Sony's CFO Lin Tao said Trump's tariffs would make hardware manufacturing more expensive, warning it may necessitate price increases on consumer goods. The key background: gaming has become more expensive over the past year as other companies have also hiked prices in response to the tariffs. The RAM shortage has caught and other economic challenges. Microsoft hiked the prices of Xboxes in May and then again in September, citing changes in the macroeconomic environment. Nintendo also launched the Switch 2 console last year at the price of $450, which some analysts believe was high considering the original model sold for $300 at launch in 2027. Now,
2017.
or 2017, you're right. And I mean, I'm probably going to get a Switch 2 because Jordan has been playing mine and she wants her own. So the next version of the Switch we might get, but it's still kind of high for a console like that. And the issue
Yeah.
that I have is with PlayStation is I can't justify buying a console for maybe one or two games. And I feel like a hypocrite because with Nintendo, I can. Because here's the thing. Nintendo games can only be played on Nintendo legally, such as Pokemon, and I've always been a big Pokemon fan, so I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to playing the new one. So I could justify getting a console to be able to play a game in a series that I've never missed.
Yeah.
However, I mean, if we're really going to talk about it, I bought $1,000 handheld console just to play Starfield. Like,
But but with how frequently that you play on it for that reason is valid enough.
that's the other thing. Like for PlayStation, I can buy their games elsewhere and play them anywhere else, if they keep releasing them on PC. I mean, rumors suggest that they're going to stop doing that, but that's going to be a bad idea if they push themselves out of market by raising their prices too high and basically alienating themselves from their own player base.
Yes. So, I did want to piggyback off of that because I did
Okay.
send you that one video the other day about their dynamic pricing.
Yeah, I did see
And
that.
so I
And
fell
that
into that hole.
seems. Oh,
So I did find an article, but it's not giving like it's not giving the short version. So from what PlayStation dynamic pricing for the AI overview on Google. So
mm-hmm.
Sony is testing dynamic pricing on the PlayStation Store as of March 2026, where different users may see varied discounts on the same games ranging from 17% to over 27% off. This personalized pricing strategy is being tested across over 190 games, including major titles like Spider-Man 2, Helldivers 2, to optimize sales based on user behavior, location, and account history.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it? So yeah, what it is, unlike fixed pricing, elastic discounts are tailored to specific users, causing prices for the same game to differ from person to person. So
Oof.
the video that I had sent you had described it very easily, where somebody who bought, 10 games,
Mm-hmm.
um, would pay the original price or less discounted price,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to somebody probably more like me who gets like a couple games here and there would have a bigger discount.
Which is kind of backwards if you think about that.
And that's what the video was saying. Like, isn't that backwards? Like, shouldn't I be rewarded for being a consistent customer, constantly buying your games? And they're like, oh no, that's too easy. Like the video
It's
was kind of a meme about it because it's exactly that though, is that they're like I'm not buying. I can see where they're coming from with like
mm-hmm.
maybe this person isn't buying as many because they can't afford them. But then you look at the other side of it where it's like I spend all this money, like I am deemed a loyal customer.
Mm-hmm.
Like where's my discount? Or my bigger discount?
Which is funny because um recently I had to like look I can't I wish I had saved it. So Xbox had done something crazy as well, but in the opposite direction. I think the dynamic pricing for Sony is stupid. Like if you're a Sony user and you think that's a good idea, like I practically feel like you're shooting yourself in the foot because
Oh yeah.
if you spend a lot of money at Sony, they're just wanting you to funnel your money into them, all of it, because they're not giving you a discount. They don't want to give you the option to get more for less. But the people that buys 2 or 3 games a year, they're going to give away a high title for 27% off. Like, how is that fair?
Yeah.
Xbox, I think, are trying to encourage players to upgrade because there's been a lot of things going around on like Reddit and stuff where I'm seeing people post like, "Hey, have you seen this?" And it's been deals on consoles that are like $100 less than normal prices. And
Did you pause or did I lose
people are
you?
saying, "Oh, I'm playing."
Okay. I lost audio. Hold on. I can't hear you. I can't even hear you on the stream. Nope. Oh my god. And we're back to where I was. Click unmute it. No. No. Why are you telling me to click unmute? You don't know, say, my friend. I can't do anything, so I don't know what you want me to do. You're gonna log out then back in? Me? Why do I have to do that? What? But I can't hear you. Oh my god. This is gonna be a bitch. I can't even hear you. We have actually lost all audio because I have my Mac on and I can't hear us. I can't do that. I can't do that. This is all I got. And it requires this. I guess. No, I can't hear anything. Well, wait. Yeah, we lost all audio. Oh my God, your wife. Are you asking me where they can find me? Uh, it's been so long. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Xbox. I think that's all. Bye.